we speak as if sometimes the federal government works in isolation, as if there is a territorial space for the federal government to carry out its policies in isolation from the rest of the state, you know.
I've not said that.
And, you know, even the private sector. Oftentimes, you know, all of these things work together.
That's right.
Yes, you haven't said that, but
Yes.
sometimes listening to, you know, our submissions, you get that impression. You know, that the federal government has its own space. So you're saying,
of course they do.
In what sector you ask,
Yes.
you know, have these jobs been created? But
Yes.
you also admit that the Greek sector of this particular government has been a success. It is one that also many APC states have been able to key into and see how they can make a success of it. Is that right or wrong?
Wait. Are you making a statement or you're asking a question? Let's be clear here, because the agri sector you are talking about, understand me, this is Lagos. This is Lagos State where we are today. Mm-hmm. Can you give me, or can you tell me, that agri policy you are talking about, where is it working in Lagos? And I will tell you what we are doing in Lagos. I will tell you what we are doing in Lagos. Can you tell me where and how and the feel that federal government at the present is being felt in the states? I want you to tell me, and I will give you series of what we are doing in Lagos. I will give you series.
That is outside of the policy that has been set, you know, set down by the federal government. Is that what you're saying? That you're working in isolation, and this has absolutely nothing to do with the Ministry of Agriculture at the federal level?
The point is that we complement them. We complement them. That's the fact. We complement them. Lagos State, we even have farms. We bought land in other states in this country for agriculture.
There must be something for you to. The question is,
yes,
there must be something for you to complement. You cannot complement something that is non-existent, as it were. There must be something upon which you're building. I do know that our team were in Ogun State, where, you know, a session on the economy was going on there, and the Commissioner of Agriculture was very clear in terms of how they were collaborating with the federal government, you know, on policies. Of course, the federal government doesn't have land, and at the end of the day, you still have to bring these things to, you know, the state governments for implementation. Okay. So I'm pointing out one area where jobs could have been created, and where the federal government can very well take credit if jobs are created in the agri sector.
If they want to take credit, you understand me, for the collaboration between states, right, and federal government, they should make it clear. They should not come out and make a blanket statement regarding what is not. There's a fine defined between what she has said and what you have just said now. Do you understand me? That is the fact.
Just clarify this for those who like to know. I mean, when you say that what former head of state did while he was in power about 30 years ago, why should they be talking about it now?
No, I didn't say why should they be talking about it now. I mean,
didn't quite get the point.
You could make reference to Chamberlain 30 years ago, but Chamberlain today could be a different person because of circumstances that prevail at that time does not exist anymore. Do you understand me?
But do you think it would be unfair to judge him based on what they've seen or what he's done?
No, you see, you cannot run away from your past, to be sincere. I will tell you that. And the others will say, when you trip your toe, you look backward, you don't look forward. I agree with that. But at the time, I was a young man. Probably not him. I was very much aware when Buhari came into power. And I could see the joy on the street of Lagos. And I could remember even at that point in time, one of our referred political leaders in this country, Chief Obafemi said, before the coup, said, go and fast for 3 days. I'm saying it, anybody can read me now. Say, go and fast for 3 days. After 3 days, there was a coup. And we have fellow countrymen, and a military administration took over the republic of this country at that point in time. You understand me? I'm a Democrat, you understand? But the point is that it is not whether at that point in time they had the power, they do what they could do, but they were there for like 15 or 14 years. From 85 to 90, is it 93? Do you understand me? And Buhari part was less than 2 years in all these long years.
Okay. Amarife says, what do you think of Buhari's stand on human rights, rule of law?
Well, you see, the point is that people who say, oh, Buhari is going to come and do this and do that. When Buhari was head of state, there was no Senate. There was no House of Assembly. All the governors are appointed by him or by the SMC then. This is a different Nigeria that is coming out, and he has seen it. And he has tried 12 years. You understand me? So he's not coming to meet schoolboys or some sergeant or lieutenant. He's dealing with people who even understand the economy, the dynamic of other Nigeria than him.
That's a question. You see, that's a problem you would see, for some people will see for your candidate, because they will ask, you know, just how is it going to work out? Because as at that time, if you wanted something done, it was simply a decree.
That's right.
How does he intend to navigate the landmines, as it were, of democracy, working with this Senate and the House of Representatives,
Yes.
and even also ensuring that nothing or no one interferes with the judiciary, because it's also an independent arm of government? Do you think that your candidate is flexible enough, considering also that, you know, he's also not ages not exactly on his side?
You could see that he has already started and he has hit the ground running. And evidence you could see was the primaries of the APC. Do you understand me? That was democracy in full display. Do you understand me? He went around, he campaigned to emerge as the candidate of the party. Do you understand? And secondly, rule of law. Let us be sincere to ourselves, for God's sake. The late President Yar'Adua, I could tell you, I believe it was a team between Yar'Adua and Goodluck. Let's even try and take Baba out of it. It was their ticket. They won the election. They took over the mandate. Look at where's rule of law in this country today. Let us be sincere. You understand me? If you sit down there, go back to our DSS, for God's sake. Look at the kitty, for God's sake. Are we in Banana Republic?
What laws were violated?
What laws are violated? What are the terms of engaging or becoming a Speaker of the House if the governor comes out and intimidates the House of Assembly directly?
But they've gone to court as well.
You know what? Some things are very clear. Are we talking about Nigerian policemen or private policemen? I mean, let us be sincere, for God's sake.
Yeah, but they've challenged the matter in court.
mean,
So
but who is occupying the House of Assembly today? Is it the 7 of the 19? Who is in charge?
Has there been any court verdict on anything whatsoever?
Before the court verdict?
No, that has been disobeyed.
Before the court verdict, an issue like that, do I need to tell the IG to do what is right or wrong? Do I need to tell the DSS to go and look into those matters?
Okay, look, what do you think that we need to do to ensure that we have a violence-free elections? All parties.
You see, the point is that we should mind our language, because at times what we say is more difficult than what we do. The leaders can probably just make statements that their followership will take in a different light. We should try and know that no matter what, after February, Nigeria will continue as a country. I hope so. Do you understand me? And we should realize that we are trying, we are not monarch. We are seeking an appointment from the Nigerian people. What the president is asking for, what Buhari is asking, is an appointment. It's a very juicy appointment. You understand me? That after you leave there, even the pension package is unimaginable.
As a politician,
Yes.
what would you say you've done to ensure that we have a violence-free election?
Well, as a person, understand me, as a member of the APC, we are trying to tell our members and making it clear to them, this election is something that you guys have to be very, very clear on issues. Tell them what we want to do. Tell them our alternative to what is on the ground. And you know what? Please don't be used as thugs.
When you're talking about statements, do you think that your statement on security outfits as the DSS,
briefly,
do you think that, that also encourages people to, look at elections in a violence-free manner?
Of course, yes. Because if the lady can tell that our Nigerian Police Secretary was in Osun State House, and what was the offense? Loitering. Do you understand me? You look at some of these statements and some of this arrogancy. What are you talking about?
All right, Mr. Tunde Bank-Anthony, we have to thank you for coming on this morning as a member of the APC. We'll be back after the break. Don't go away.
Thank you very much.
Well, looking through some comments, Idiabo says, well, the campaigns are not issue-based yet. He sees them attacking one another. And such other comments also make it the rounds here. But they all advise that we need to make them issue-based and then respect one another's views. Well, that's it today on the program for the week, as a matter of fact. And thank you for being out there. We'll see you next time. I'm Chamberlain Uso.
It's Friday. Can't believe it is. Well, thank you for watching. I'm Malwe.
Well, many thanks. I'm Sulaiman Alede.
Bye-bye.